In this video, I'm going to demo how to create a Navlog with version 9.18, and I'm starting with a blank page. So if I go ahead and create a Navlog, the first two things I'm going to populate is my departure and arrival airport. So for this, I'm going to go from Renton to Bellingham, and my route is going to be very straightforward. I'm basically going to go this direction all the way to Harvey Field and then all the way north to Bellingham. So in order to do that, I'm going to stay below the 3000 Bravo shelf all the way to Harvey. So I'm going to climb to 2500, stay at 2500, then do a second climb to 4500 until I get to my descent. I'm using SkyVector, which is presenting magnetic courses. So we're going to factor that into the Navlog creation. My first altitude is going to be at 2500, then I'm going to stay at 2500 until Harvey, then I'm going to climb at 4500, stay at 4500, and that should do the trick. I can hit the create button from here, which is giving me all my legs. So the first thing I'm going to do is enter my initial fuel. I want 53 usable, 13 of reserve. My cruise fuel flow is 9, my descent rate is 500 feet, and my descent fuel flow is 6 gallon an hour. All right, what am I missing here? So Renton, top of climb, my checkpoint here is actually Harvey, so I'm gonna go 43, and that looks pretty much what I want to do. So first leg, if I go back to SkyVector, my first leg is 355 magnetic for 25 miles. So let's go for it. Magnetic. The first thing I'm going to do on that first leg is to switch from true course to magnetic course. And I'm going to go 355. My wind is 326 at 7. And my POH tells me that my true airspeed for this climb is 73. And my isogonic line on the sectional tells me the variation is minus 15.5, which gives me a magnetic heading of 351. There you go. My ground speed is 68. I don't know the distance yet, but I do know that the time my POH tells me that to climb at 2500, I need 3 minutes 30 seconds, which I can type as 3.5 or 3:30, whatever works for you. And once I have the time, I actually get the distance calculated for me based off the ground speed. So I'm going to use that distance. And the POH tells me that I need 1 gallon of fuel, which I will augment by 1.4 to get my taxi fuel as well. I can apply, and that gives me the first leg. Second leg, same magnetic course, wind direction doesn't change, everything here stays pretty much the same. I can keep the magnetic heading. My true airspeed at 2500, according to the POH, is 110, which gives me a ground speed of 105. So my distance here, if I go back to SkyVector, I know that the whole leg here is 25 nautical mile. So I can do a very quick calculation. I know the climb is 4 miles, so I can go 25 minus 4, which gives me 21, which automatically computes the time. So I now know that my leg time is 12 minutes, and 12 minutes at 9 gallon per hour gives me a fuel usage of 1.8. That's my second leg. My third leg, going back to SkyVector, I'm now climbing from Harvey with a magnetic course of 327. So I'm going to go back, magnetic course 327, wind direction, everything looks legit. So I'm going to copy my magnetic heading by clicking the value. My climb is going to be a 73, which gives me a ground speed of 66. And again, my time here, POH tells me that it takes me 7 minutes to climb to 400 to 4,500. And I already spent 3.5 minutes climbing to 2,500, which gives me 3.5 remaining. Once I enter the time, with the ground speed, I get the distance for free, 3.9. And my POH also tells me that my climb between 2,500 and 4,500 is actually 0.7 gallon, which gives me my third leg. So the fourth leg, magnetic course doesn't change. My true airspeed at 4,500 is going to be 109. Calculation is done here for me, so I keep the magnetic heading. I keep the ground speed. The distance I don't know for now, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to compute that distance. I'm going to deduct that from the descent. Here's my descent. Same magnetic course. My true airspeed is probably going to be 105 here. I save the heading, the ground speed. The time here is calculated off the difference in altitude divided by the descent rate, 8 minute 37, which gives me a distance with the ground speed, which I can then turn to leg fuel. And that's my last leg. So, which leaves me with only one unknown, which is the distance of this thing in between. When I look at SkyVector, this whole leg here between Harvey and Bellingham is 56 nautical miles. So I can go back here and I know that these three legs add up to 56. So I can click on this one and say this distance is 56 minus 3.9 minus 14.1, which gives me 38. I click on 38 to use it, which gives me the time, which gives me the fuel. I can apply, save, and that gives me a nav log in basically less than 10 minutes.